Hello, true believers. This is Babbitt's Only doing another Gundam bootleg review, and as usual, I got this from Divisoria. I can't remember what the price is now because that's like over 1,000 years ago, and I would guess that this would probably be like $5 because it's really small. It's pretty tiny. If you look at it compared to a high grade, a 1:144 scale high grade, look how much smaller it is. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in design. And I have to say, this is probably the only Gundam that uses like this medieval armor. I know Gundams are pretty famous for armor, but you would think that they would actually have a full size one, a master grade or even a perfect grade with medieval type of armor. I mean, I would get it because look, they were able to do it with this little tiny guy. I forgot what these kind of short and small kind of like we're a big head proportion, kind of like the baby proportion Gundams. I forgot what they're called. I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know. But I don't have the box for this for some reason. I've been searching everywhere for it, so I don't have the box. But this is what the manual looks like, and the box pretty much has this artwork in front like so. And let's go ahead and go through the manual. So here's the manual. Oh, by the way, I I don't know what's going on with this phone camera, because for the last two videos, the Nike pictorial video and the Honda scooter video, the sound has been acting up. So I don't know if there's like wind or fan or it's picking up noise, but I'm gonna try it out on this video to see if the sound is working fine. But what I really need, because this phone is like over 3 years old. We got this phone for Hero before I even went to prison. So in terms of technology goes, this thing is obsolete now. So but I'm gonna try it out, see if the sound works. And what's funny is that I want to give a shout out to our usual contributors, Jim Bob and Quincy. I just want to say Quincy's channel has got a bump in terms of views. He's got a bunch of views now. I remember before I started my video about his TikTok, he only had like 50, 51 views, and now I think he's got like 100 views in a matter of days. So for months he only had 50 views, and then in a matter of days he doubled those views. So Quincy, you've congratulations on getting a bunch of views on your TikTok videos, on your videos in general, I think. And I also want to say a shout out to Jim Bob. Thank you very much for your contribution. And also Quincy, thank you very much for your contribution. Oh, and I also want to give a shout out to Chichai. Hello, Chichai. I don't know, you're probably not a big fan of bootleg Gundams, but if you're watching this video, I just want we made a new friend. The channel made a new friend with Chichai. So it's Chichai. Check her out. She has her own channel, but she's been leaving comments, and I would love to interact and talk with Chichai again. So in the last live stream, I don't know if what I'm gonna do in the next live stream, because I already went over my 20-hour limit, actually 25-hour limit. So they actually sent me an email telling me that I went over my limit and I can't stream again until I think April 25 when it resets again. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just do regular YouTube streaming or another third-party streaming. But I want to invite other people to interact with, discuss. But if I only can stream by myself, then I don't mind just talking to myself the whole time and interact through the comments. So hello again to Quincy, Jim Bob, and Chichai. And she left a lot of comments, and there's a lot of interesting topics that we could talk about, or subjects that we talked about, that she discussed in the chat comments. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, go check out the last live stream where she left like we had like 50 comments in her thread alone. So if you're interested in what we talked about, go check it out. But anyway, I probably will talk about some of the things that we talked about in there, probably as my warm-up I don't know yet what my next video will be. If we're gonna talk about what her discussion is, maybe I'll just talk about how to translate or how to read Filipina minds. I mean, because literally they expect you to read their mind because they have their way of saying things indirectly. It's just a culture because it's a saving face culture. Over here, it's like saving face status is very important. I already told you that's how you know how important status is in jail. Even in jail, status is important. That they have a jewelry store or a jewelry kiosk or a jewelry stand. It's like a regular Zales in there, and it was going pretty strong, and it was making it was good business until the pandemic hit and there was no more visitors, which not only hit prison pretty hard, but it hit everybody. So I'm gonna try out the sound of this video. Like I said, the last two videos, the sound has been crap. It's been kind of cutting in and out. So if it's terrible, bear with me. I don't have my cameras. Like I said, the police stole all my cameras when they raided my house and when they entrapped me. So all my cameras that I had with me were gone, and all the cameras that I had in my house were gone. So all I had left was Hero's camera, Hero's phone, which they didn't take. So we got another phone. So I'm using this phone instead. But the phone that I would really like right now that's currently just went out is the Vivo X60 Pro Plus. Okay, but I'm fine with even the Vivo X50. I would be happy with. The reason why I want the Vivo X60 Pro Plus, I repeat, the Vivo X60 Pro Plus is number one, it's got the built-in mechanical gimbal system, not a software gimbal. So the quality of the picture doesn't deteriorate when you use the stabilization. So it's an optical gimbal stabilization. So that's number one, the reason why I want to get that, because as you can see, even talking, it causes the phone to move. I mean, I could always put it on a tripod, but when you're out and about, it's hard to bring a tripod with you. So you can't just kind of pull it out of your pocket and here it is. I always say the best camera is the camera that's always with you. And that's probably my biggest problem with DSLRs. Yes, they take picture, they take great video, but there's no way that you're gonna be bringing around that bazooka compared to a phone that's always with you the whole time. So I always say the best camera. Now my Canon one, I always brought around just in case whenever I'm gonna be going out meeting people. But it's guaranteed I always have my cell phone as a backup camera just in case something's going on, something spontaneous. And that's what I really like about the Vivo X50 or X60, because it's got those are the three things I like. Number one, it's got the video stabilization so you don't see it shaking around like this. And number two, it's got this wide aperture, so it's really great at night. And number three, it has that tracking focus motion. So if you have like sports events that you're trying to video, then what it'll do is it'll follow the action around, so you don't have to lose focus. So that's probably what I liked about it. And another one is that it has good zoom, but a lot of cameras have good zoom, but those are the three things for not as expensive as a Samsung S21 Ultra or an iPhone. So for like maybe half the price or maybe 70% of the price. So that's what's good about the Vivo X60 Plus. So that's on my wish list, is a new camera phone, because like I said, the police stole my iPhone that Pico gave me as a gift. I could never afford one on my own. That's why I have to depend on the generosity of our friends. But anyway, we're gonna be using this camera phone right now. This is what we have. It's better than nothing. And if the sound sucks or is crappy, just bear with me until I can figure out how I can get a better video recording camera. But anyway, let's go. If the sound is crappy, now you know why. I need a new phone. So if you want to make contributions, I'm actually going to be. I actually have my my Bitcoin wallet address ready. I finally got my Bitcoin wallet back that was hacked by the police. And what's really sad was they sent money requests through my Bitcoin. But What's good about it is there was the emails were left in there, so I emailed all the people that got sent requests telling them, hey, this wasn't me, but it was like 3 years ago when the email was sent. And fortunately, nobody sent any money except one person. One person actually sent like 10,000 pesos or $250 to help me out. But unfortunately, it wasn't me. And they emptied the money out like they did with all my accounts. So my Bitcoin wallet was hacked into. So it's really sad. But the good thing about it was that was already emptied. I already emptied it out and put it in another account. But they emptied that account. Anyway, the money that I used actually was to buy the car. I got money from Bitcoin to buy the Mirage, and then I bought the Mirage, and the problem is the police stole that car also. So that's what the police will do over here. That's how they get their cars and their SUVs, is what they'll do is they'll arrest you, accuse you, or try to plant evidence on you saying that you're this, or that you're criminal this, or you did this crime, and it's not even true. And then I'm living proof and living testimonial of that, so they can steal. So the police over here are the actual robbers, they're the actual thieves here, and and since there's nothing stopping them from doing it, you can't really say that, oh, because it's wrong, it's illegal, it's criminal. That's not going to stop the police from doing it, because they want a brand new car also. They want a brand new SUV. That's why I wanted to do a video of Ned's SUV. So I want to let the police know, hey, look, if you want a brand new SUV, you don't just want a little mini compact, subcompact car, you should plant drugs on Ned, because he's got a brand new car, which is twice the price of the Mirage. And you could plant drugs on him, or you could even, he's a known cheater. He cheated on Michelle with this new home wrecker. So you could probably get somebody he knows or doesn't even know and just make up some story about how he raped her. And then, so both, anyway, I'm fine with you accusing him of rape or accusing him of drug trafficking or human trafficking, just like they did with me, just to steal their car. I'm not saying I'm fine with it. I'm just saying if you're going to do it, you're going to do it anyway. You might as well have a target that's going to be easy, and it's like that he shares a lot of information, what he does, where he lives. You could also threaten his family. You could also threaten his wife and his child. He's probably going to be just as scared or more scared than me. So if the police are watching this, target Ned because he's got a car. You can't target me because I don't have a car anymore. He's got a brand new car. I don't have a brand new car anymore. We already took it. And he's got nice phones. He's got nice gadgets. He's probably got a drone. He's got a lot of nice equipment. And he's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of YouTube money. I don't have any YouTube money. All the money you already stole from me, so I'm not a good target. But Ned is a great target. Like I said, yes, he's not a criminal. He doesn't have to do any crime, but you don't need that. You just need to know that he's got money that you could steal. So anyway, let's go back to this video. Hopefully the sound is working just fine. What happened to this was the case fell off. So maybe that's the reason why the sound isn't working as well, because maybe I'm grabbing it at the wrong way or something like that. But we'll see. I'm just touching this thing on the sides, but the case is rubber or plastic, and it just disintegrated after 3 years. So that might be the culprit. If the sound is no problem, then I'll just keep using this until it dies and I won't need a new phone. But definitely, if you guys have an old Vivo X50, or if you have an old phone and you want to send me, contact me at Bebo's Only Vendetta. But if you want to make contributions or Bitcoin contributions, I'll probably leave a link in the wallet. And the police won't be able to steal from it. Number one, I changed the address. I changed the phone number. You don't know what the email address is. You won't know the phone number of this. Even if you entrap me again, you won't be able to get it. And there's no way. You might as well. I'm not going to divulge what the email is, what the address is, what the password is, because you might as well kill me. Because if I give it to you, I know I'm dead. So I might as well I'm going to be dead anyway. I don't want you to have any money or benefit from it after killing me, after murdering me. Because just like that Korean business owner, he was murdered after they had access to his ATM and bank accounts. So anyway, let's go back to the review. Hopefully the sound is working fine. Here's what the manual looks like. Like I said, the box looks like about this, and this thing is kind of tiny, so it's probably about $5. It probably takes about 1 or 2 hours to build, and look how small it's like a pamphlet. So look how it's just one long page like this. And so let's look through it. So if you want to see, and I like it. Oh, SD, this is called Super Deformed. I'm sorry, now I remember it. Super Deformed Gundam. And here's and it has like a conversion gimmick. So you'll see. And then here, check this out. So over here, he's in night mode, and he's got great accessories. He's got a nice shield, he's got a nice sword, and he's got a lance. And then he can change into, and over here it's without his helmet. So over here he's got his helmet on, and he has 2 modes. As you can see, he's got regular night mode, and he's got the centaur mode, which I actually like better, by the way. So let's get to the actual unit itself. And here's the stickers. You have the option with the eyes. You could just have the eyes straight on, and then or you could have the happy eyes. And then over here you got I don't know where I put these stickers. I'll have to look where I actually put them. So there's 2. I don't know what I did with the other eye. I can only use one set at a time. It's not like they're interchangeable. It's not like you can take them off and put on a different set of eyes. So, and then here's his regular night feet. So if you want to put him in regular night mode, he could use this. So this is his regular where he's not a centaur. So it's pretty cool. And I remind you, this is a bootleg, so it's going to be very cheap. But in terms of posing, no posing whatsoever. But the posing of this thing is actually limited because it's super deformed. So you're not going to get that much. It's pretty much just for display only. You're not going to get much articulation. But you could see, that the plastic material is pretty good. As you can see, look at how straight this lance is. I just had to push it together. And look at the detail of the spikes. So it's got these spikes over here at the same time. I think it's 2 pieces. So it's very nicely detailed. And here's his shield. Check out his shield. And what I really like about it is his sword. Check out the sword where it's got this jewel piece right here. And it's actually stored in the shield. So that's kind of a nice gimmick right there, where it's like that's how they normally would store their sword, right inside their shield. And I like see how it's stored right in there, and it's solid. It's not going anywhere. Like I said, the plastic quality is good, but you're gonna have problems with that because it's a bootleg. You're gonna have problems with the fit, and it's the same thing with the original. You're gonna have problems with the original also. So, but look at the shield, how it's got this 3 different colors, and then you got this little plastic jewel over here. So you got this cool yellow. It's kind of like a gold yellow. It's not really picking up on the camera, but in person it's kind of like a more goldish yellow, which is a richer yellow. And then the blue background, so it looks really nice with the gray. And then you got you got the red jewel piece. So that looks really nice. So you can take that out, and let's go into his face. So I have the side view. So I have it looking at the side. So this thing is actually, you can move this up and down. This visor right here, which I'm not gonna do because it's gonna break. But look how it's nice. It's a nice gold color. I think it's the only gold in the model. So I've got him looking at the side, and look at his goatee, and he's got that. And it looks nicely detailed. It looks like pretty good. And look how at the back, it has a nice consistent knight medieval armor design. And look at the yellow V-fin antenna, and then you got the red in the middle right there with the V-fin. That's the signature Gundam with the red goatee. So it looks very nice in terms of the theme of the medieval armor. And I actually, like I said, put this in prison, and it actually came together just fine. Don't bother articulating it. After you're done, let's look at so it's super deformed. So you've got this really huge head, so it's got like the baby proportions, and you've got the armor over here. So if you want it just the knight version, so you just take off these hoofs and you just put on the regular feet over here. But I like the Centaur look better. So look at, he's got his stubby arms and holding it. So if you do the shake test, it's fine. It's not, it's pretty solid. It's just don't move it around or it's gonna break off, or it's just gonna wear out. The joints are just gonna fall apart. So we already looked at his lance, and we already looked at his shoulder armor. That's separate. That's pretty cool. Also, look at how it's got this kind of a spike on it. And what you're really gonna like is the cape. The cape in the back has a nice effect to it, so it looks like he's in motion. So this cape actually comes down when he doesn't have his horse centaur mode in the back, but I like the centaur look actually more than the knight. It's different. It's got a different look to it. And what's nice over here is you see this peg in the back. You could actually peg the lance, I think, on it. Yeah, you can. There's a way to attach it. Let me see how. There's a way to attach it. Like, I think there, you see there's the hole over there, and you need a peg. I don't know what I did with the peg now that I think about it. But you could peg it in the back if you want, if he's in lance mode. So here was it. Look, the hooves, what they look like. And it looks like it articulates at the knee area, but as you could see, there's not much bend to it because of the way the armor is designed right there. So that's what it looks like in the back. It's got this horse tail. It's even got the armor in the back, the back armor, the back skirt armor. And then like I said, what I really like how it completes the look is this cape. It has, it articulates, so you can have it up like that, so it looks like he's in motion, or there's like wind going through him, so it looks like he's flying. But even if he's just standing there, it looks like it's dynamic. So let's just kind of spin it around one more time so you could see what it looks like. But if you don't like this centaur half man half horse look, then you could just put on his shoes and he will look just like a regular knight. That's just a super deformed Gundam. Like I said, I wish Bandai or any third party would actually make a Gundam with actual medieval armor. I even searched around to see if there's any medieval armor models out there like this, and they didn't have it. But that would look very nice, and because there's a lot of details that can go into it. I mean, it's already armor and it's got plates. So if Bandai or third party would just use this theme, I think it would be very popular and people would get it, especially for people who are big history buffs or who is into armor buffs. Or if you just like something that looks really cool, then it would definitely be popular and it would sell a lot if they had an actual full-size medieval knight armor themed Gundam. But so far, this is the only one that I've seen, especially in the bootleg category, and it looks pretty cool. And even has the centaur gimmick. So not only is it a knight, medieval armor, but it's got the centaur gimmick also on top of that, and it looks good. The proportions are of course super deformed. Even though it's super deformed, it looks great. I love the detail that went into it, even though it's cheap. And this bootleg, the plastic, as you could see, it's good quality. The fit is pretty good. Even in prison, I was able to put it together. Like I said, because it's a bootleg, its biggest downfall or its biggest drawback is you just can't articulate it and move it around. Once you put it together, this is pretty much it. You just kind of display it, which is what all models do anyway. So I'm not really interested in articulation, because once you pose it, it just sits there like a brick and doesn't move. But like I said, what's good about it is, number one, the price. Number two, the design. Number three, it's medieval. Who doesn't like medieval knight armor? But anyway, if you have any questions or if this video sounds terrible, still give it a subscribe, give it a like, comment, and if you want to contribute towards our camera fund so we could take better take better videos so that the sound is clear and it doesn't cut out, then you could use the PayPal email or the Bitcoin wallet address or Gcash. I'll post it in the description. Anyway, here's another bootleg Gundam review, and these are pretty popular. I mean, I do a variety just to kind of mix things up, but they tend to get their decent share of views because there's a lot of people that are interested in bootleg Gundams. It's a pretty big community, so they get their views, and this is what I kind of how I boost my algorithm, my YouTube algorithm. So if you upload every day and you upload a variety, then your stuff or your videos gets recommended more often. So this is kind of my way of just kind of boosting the algorithm. So anyway, this is another bootleg Gundam review. I've got a bunch more that I put together while I was in prison. If you have any questions or comments, I will see you guys in the next live stream then, or I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Thanks for watching. This is Bebot Only.